Alright, hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. So, I'm doing some testing here. Some more testing. I'm almost ready to start adding code to this map. It's getting there. Oh my goodness, I can't tell you how long it takes to make a good map. It takes a while. So, I mean, as you can see, I've just been making the main roads, and then I had to connect all the intersections, and I still have to make like, I gotta finish connecting the roundabouts, and then add any of the street signs and any of the sidewalks. I still gotta do a lot. So what I'll probably do is, I'll make all the road connections and I'll make sure everything's drivable. Then what I'll do is I'll add some missions. I'll make some videos adding some missions so you guys can see that again and you'll know how it works in detail. And then from there, what I'll do is I'll slowly make updates. This is gonna be, this game here is pretty much, it's probably gonna be Blue Truckin' City 2, I guess. But this is going to be a way better version of that. I appreciate everybody who plays the original game. It's great. And then maybe what I'll do this year is I'll plan to go back through the original Blue Trucking City and just kind of fix it a little bit, fix some of the errors and stuff. As well as put out some updates for this one, yeah. So what I wanted to do here, I just wanted to test a couple of things. I know I put out the video, the laggy video of the helicopter. So hopefully this time it's not as bad. But yeah, as you can see, there's no code, and we're already having to wait to load into the game. There's a lot of terrain and stuff, so it's weird, right? In Studio, it'll render the full map, but when you play the game, I'll have to check and see how far we can render that. So we'll hop in the helicopter, we'll start it. This thing's cool that if you press Q and E, it goes up and down, or you can use the buttons. You can use the buttons to go up and down, or you could use the keyboard. So what I want to do is I made a boat, and I just wanted to test out the boat. I don't know where I put it, over here somewhere. There it is. So if we land, so this is what you'll be able to do. This is what you'll be able to do in the game. You'll be able to buy a helicopter and a boat, and it's floating away. What I'll do is I'll probably have a trailer for this thing. I'll have a trailer for it. Yeah. Yeah, I got this. I just plucked this out of the toolbox, and I thought, man, this is a cool little boat. It kind of, you know, doesn't have any sounds yet, so I wanted to add sounds. But I just wanted to just check it out and see how smooth it is. Actually, it's pretty smooth. It's kind of nice. I don't know why I think this one here is a little lower. Maybe that's why it's... See, the motors need a little bit of work. That's probably what it is. Nice. So I'll have to slow this down, maybe. I'm not sure. Honestly, I was thinking about scrapping this project. And I know I did a lot of work on this map. I don't know if I want to scrap it just yet. But I was debating on scrapping it, and then I wanted to make like a search and rescue game because I have the boat, I have the helicopter, I got the vehicles, the trucks, and all that stuff, right? And you know, if there was enough water, I was thinking I could make some islands or something. Yeah, something like that, or whatever. This could be like a fishing, you know, we'll be able to fish on it. It handles actually quite nice. I'm impressed. Roblox does a pretty good job. Oh, I'm swimming. You know? Oh, there's seats on it too. Oh, that's cool. I didn't realize there were seats on it. Nice. So there's probably two seats. There's a seat there. There's a seat. Yeah, a seat on the other side. Oh, that's so cool. So yeah, something like that. So we'll have to think of like a pay structure. Oh yeah, and then this interface. I gotta get rid of that interface for the helicopter. I'll have to figure out how to delete that as well. You see, the helicopter still needs a little bit of work, so maybe I'll go over that. Maybe I'll go over the boat. We can do a boat build and figure that out. But yeah, this is cruising. This thing cruises really well. So as you can see, it's a big, big map, and that's why this is going to be a major production. It's taken a while to get the map. We're almost ready. What I wanted to check out is I have a weather system. I kind of, yeah, we won't go over how I acquired it. What matters is I have it. That's what matters. I have it. We don't know how we got it, but I have it. So, I wonder if I can... Oh yeah, you can start the helicopter up. Oh, wait! Don't leave without me. I don't know if it'll fly away. It might actually just fly away. There we go. Whoa, 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 whoa. Got caught there on the train. Oh. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. There, look at that. Look at that recovery. Not quite letting me go up. I gotta hold the up arrow now. And press W to go forward. There we go. Yeah, so big map. We're almost ready to start adding some code. There is still a lot to do. As you can tell, it's still a very, although it's a large map, it's still very plain with detail. You know, there's sidewalks that need to be made and all that. This thing isn't flying very well. This thing isn't flying very well. After you get out of it, and I shouldn't have started it while I was in the boat. I'm not too sure. We'll have to go through and check it out. Yeah, well, that was good. I'm glad the boat worked. Neat. So the next thing I wanted to test out was not that. We need to is the weather system. Now this is the weather system that I put into Project Alpha. And I think I was testing it here in this one. I think I'm testing it in this one. Yeah, I haven't fully finished dealing with it yet. But once I know more about it, I'll go through the scripts and I'll be able to understand more about it. But somebody else made it. That's the thing when you're trying to decipher stuff that other people made. I know this isn't an admin panel. This is just the panel for the weather. So I've just kind of, like I say, I had to do a couple of different things to get this to work. So like everything, if you practice enough coding, then I don't know if I need to start. If you practice enough with the coding, oh come on you, there we go. Then it doesn't really matter. You can find things that are complicated and you can go through them and you can make them work. Now this weather system has different modes. You can actively change the weather. Right now it's set to automatic. So it will change weather automatically. I should spend more time playing Project Alpha now that I introduced it. And just to try and understand a little bit more about it. Trees cut. That's it. Look, it didn't give me any errors. The other thing I wanted to do was change, where is it? The sky, the lighting. There we go. We need that. And then we'll do this. Paste into. So Blue Trucking City doesn't have any of this either. It doesn't have any of the weather system. Doesn't have none of this stuff. So that's what I mean. Like when you're building and making games, it's hopefully you're seeing that progression from when you first started and everything really sucked to where it's full of bugs, and then hopefully you're getting better and you're refining and making a better product, right? So, ooh, look at that. There we go. See, there's a little bit of mist. Oh, yeah, that definitely has an effect on the... Okay, now let's go and see if we can get into the boat. It's late at night now. Oh, there we go. Nice. That changes everything, really. We'll land here, we'll get into the boat, we'll sail. It's got no sound, right? We get in the boat, but it's got no sound. We'll go back a little bit. It makes everything softer. Helicopter I gotta work on. It makes everything softer. Wow, nice. Look at that. So we're getting there. We are getting there. Oh yeah, cool. We are getting there. Absolutely. One step at a time. So this is I'm gonna try and keep this game light on the code. So that way, hopefully for the console players, I haven't tested it, but hopefully it works well. It should be okay. Like I say, my system is old. My computer is old, so it has a lot of these issues. If your computer is a couple of years old, shouldn't have any issues like the issues that you see here with the video card and stuff. It's funny. It wants to go in circles. I'll have to check the trim on this. See what's up. Look at that. Yeah, so I even think there's lightning also with this. I'm not 100% sure, but I think there's lightning. It makes storms. It'll make rain. You can do wind and snow and stuff. That's part of the admin panel. You can change the weather. You can set the weather. But like I say, I just haven't set the automatic. Oh, we made it all the way to the end of the river. That's cool. We'll go back. We'll go back the other way for the video. Nice. Yeah. So, ooh, yeah, this is really good actually. So I just wanted to show that it's coming along. I'm making progress slowly, albeit slowly. But as you can see, it takes it can take 10 plus hours just to make a single vehicle, and then you need a map for the vehicle, right? You need to make a game on top of that. So as you can see, development does take time, and in order to hash out an okay product, I guess, you really got to invest the time. If you don't invest the time in it, you're not going to get a really good product. But I will say something funny about Roblox, and that's in the next video I'm going to go over the ads manager again, because I've been doing some more advertising. Remember when my first ads video, it was around the holidays. So every time I advertise, you're paying a premium price. And now that the holidays are over, your bidding prices have come down. But I've also noticed that there's different types of bidding prices. So what I mean is that when you advertise a game for everything, tablet, cell phone, console, and computer, which I did for my climbing game, you pay more because there's more competition in the tablet and phone space for games than there is if you just advertise for console and PC. You pay about 1 cent per play, whereas if you advertise across all platforms, you pay 5 cents per play. So it really goes to show the difference. There is a clear difference in advertising. Now, from what I've gathered, the statistics are... Oh, look, it's starting to snow now. You see that? The statistics are completely the same. It's snowing in January. It's now suddenly January. That's cool. So the statistics are the same. The amount of people that... Because I'm using the same budget. So within that budget, which is $20 US, you're able to advertise. It's always been about the same. It's about 1.5 million people see the game, and of that, 2,000 or 3,000 click on the game, and of that, I'm getting about 500 plays. It seems to be pretty consistent for my games, which is pretty cool. So like I say, if you have another game that kids want to play, like I see there's some firefighting games are extremely popular. You'll probably have different stats. So I also want to say that as well, that don't, when you see my stats, don't think like you may get the same stats or you may get worse stats. it depends on the game. There's so many things, right? If people see it, maybe they want to play it, maybe they don't. Oh, this is neat. So it's snowing. It's snowing. Nice. All right, let's go up in the helicopter again. Let's do another quick flight, and then I'll end it. What's this? I don't know what that is. Uh-oh. Here, I'll just leave the boat here. It might fly off the map. But that's okay. So what we'll do is I'll have to build a boat launch here, and we'll need to get a trailer with a winch that we can hook up to the boat. There's going to be all that, and I'm thinking about doing the same thing with the helicopter. Either you can just spawn in the helicopter, or maybe there will be a semi-truck trailer which has the helicopter on it. That would be cool, that you could take around with you. Now the shell of the helicopter is just a mesh. It's not any, there's nothing else to it. It's a mesh with some seats in it, and I think that's it. Not working right. Yeah, the helicopter's not working right. I wonder if it's duplicated the... Oh no, we still have the one. Alright. Anyways. We'll go this way. Oh yeah, there we go. It's going up and down now. I was pressing Q and E before and it wasn't doing too much. It wasn't having an impact, so. Nice. So there you have it. Now that I've been able to see the game with the weather system, it adds that kind of fog. So you can't see very far. So what that means is I need to go back through, like as you can see here, I got to get rid of the grass. There's a lot more roads to build. A lot of this is going to be sidewalk through here. So I'll need to get the sidewalks built. There's going to be walking paths down to the river. So there's a lot more coming to the game. Detail-wise, it's just, I wanted to get the basics out of the way. Let's get the map going so I can start to add missions and then get people into the game, right? Because you got to figure at this time, we've spent several months of development and we're almost there, you know, but it would be nice to try and get some players into the game. Oof, snowing up a storm. And there's no snow on the ground. I'll have to figure that out. So now what you can do is, it goes through a loop. I assume it goes probably through all the seasons. So what I'll need to do is I'll need to take a look at the weather system where it randomizes the weather, and I'll see if I can trap it in more of a temperate sort of way, so that way when you play the game, it has a consistent loop. But I don't know, on the other hand, we can change it to the local season. It's January, or it's January outside, so we can stay January in the map. I don't know. Right, because every time the player, well, I guess maybe not every time the player joins the game. I suppose every time the server starts up, it's going to go through the same weather loop. Nice. Wow, that's cool. Very cool, very cool. Alright, where do we want to land? Where do we want to land this thing? I don't know. We'll land over here in the fuel depot. Very risky. Yeah. There'll be an ambulance waiting for us. So something like this, we could add a basket with a seat on it and a winch. And yeah, like see I did some sidewalk work there. And a winch, we can go close to somebody. We can add to this interface, which can send down the basket. Like if we were doing like a search and rescue type game, you know. I thought maybe that would be something, perhaps. You know, you just turn this map from where it is now into like a disaster map. Where things happen, maybe trees fall on the road. You know, and then you got to go out in your city vehicles to clear the roads, right? All that kind of stuff on top of all the other fun missions that we're going to try and have in here. Neat. 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 All right. Well, thank you so much for watching, liking, and subscribing to the videos. Like I say, this project is coming up. I might do a couple of more semi-truck videos first, just to add, because I want to build a couple of different types of trailers, and maybe we'll do a car build. And then we're going to get right into this. This is the next project. We're going to get right into it. So I'm going to show you where you want to start with your code, right? Creating the leaderboard, all that kind of stuff, and then tracking what the players are going to do. This is when you want to do it before you add any code to your server. You want to make a list of what you want to track. Do you want to track players with experience? Do you want to track players by how far they drive, how far they walk, all that kind of stuff, right? Because as we build our game, we'll need to add string values on the player, or number values on the player, which are going to track those specific numbers. So you want to be thinking about that, because you don't want to be going back in the code, adding it. You know, it's a pain later on to try and add an experience system into the game, because when we set up the quest system, that's where we're going to give all those rewards to the player. So it's good to have an idea of what rewards you want to give to the player before we do that. I can tell you from experience, I made Blue Truck and City. I put in maybe 50 quests, and then I decided they were just going to give money. And then I didn't have any of them set up to like a data store. And then I was like, oh no, I got to set all these missions up to the data store. I had to edit, I don't know, 200 scripts. And then I thought, okay, it's set up to a data store. And then I said, oh no, I'm going to add experience. So I had to go back through every script. And I had to add the experience value to it. So that's what I'm saying. When you're doing it, you want to add all those values as you're doing each mission. And that way it's flawless and everything works out the way it does. So thank you so much for watching. And I'll see you all in the next one.